And that brings me to my final stock of this 5-stock Age of Miracles sampler. All the way down, is this Sesame Street to the letter V? Should that be the letter of the day this week on Rule Breaker Investing? The letter of the day is V, and that's the first letter of the company Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Its ticker symbol VRTX. Now, we've been playing the market cap game a little bit. We do a little bit every week on this podcast, so you should know. How does Vertex Pharmaceuticals compare in size to a company like Amgen or Illumina just mentioned? The answer is it's just about exactly the same size as Illumina. Vertex is a $48 billion company. I mentioned Illumina is a $46 billion company. So Illumina is the picks and shovels company powering the revolution. Vertex is one of those companies that's taking that data, and in fact, it's tied into some of the other things we've talked about, because CRISPR, if CRISPR worked in gene editing, that would also really help empower Vertex Pharmaceuticals. But this is a company that is focused on cystic fibrosis. In fact, of all the companies that are public today, really, Vertex owns cystic fibrosis. Now, some of you may either have it or have friends or family members that may have cystic fibrosis. It is a genetic disease, and it's one that affects the lungs, though it can also affect other organs inside us. But what it does is it makes it hard for us to breathe over the course of time, more mucus, these kinds of difficulties. It's a really tough disease. The good news is it's a genetic disease, which means it's curable, potentially. We'll see. But Vertex has been working toward that and serving up one drug, getting FDA approval after another, fighting cystic fibrosis, trying to make the world better for those sufferers. So that's thing number one that I like. In an age of miracles, it comes one miracle at a time, and when a company focuses or locks down on anything from diabetes to, in this case, cystic fibrosis, or making surgery more effective for you, it's creating a better world, and Vertex is absolutely doing that. So that's something that you should know about this company. You should also be really happy to know how well the stock has done. This is a stock I first picked in January of 2005 for Rule Breakers. It was at $10 a share back then. Today it's at $188. So those who were subscribed to Rule Breakers in 2005 and who've been patient and have held it along with us, it's been active all the way, all 14 years and counting, up 17 times in value. Remember what we said earlier, though? It doesn't matter what already happened with the stock. Dave likes it today going forward, and that's all that really matters for this 5-stock sampler. So yes, I really like Vertex going forward, but number one, it is that focus on something that's a real-world solution. It would be really powerful if a little miracle here could be created by Vertex in the years ahead. The second thing that I like about Vertex is its sales growth. So I just shared with you Illumina growing its sales 50% in the last 3 years, which is really good for any company, especially a large company like Illumina doing valuable work. Well, how about Vertex's sales growth in the last 3 years? It's tripled, in fact, since 2015. Still only has about $3 billion of sales today, so it's really ramping now. Years after we first bought this stock and have just patiently held it, finally the business is ramping, and it's gotten us a tremendous performer. But all that matters is what's happening next, so sales growth counts for a lot. Now, what's something to watch for Vertex? Well, here's the blessing and the curse. And for anybody who knows Gilead Sciences and its story around hepatitis C, where it's hugely rewarded for curing it, but then once you cure a disease, where's the business come from next? That's a dynamic that could take hold with Vertex. That's because cystic fibrosis is brought about by the mutation of a single gene. Now, my friend Carl Thiel reminds me that it's very different, the mutations across a population. But this, take it all in all, comes down to those who have it, to a single gene. So there is the potential that gene therapy or gene editing could cure. In fact, I predict surely one day it probably will cure cystic fibrosis. But in the meantime, we're not holding our breath. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. And Vertex is likely to own any such cure if and when it comes, Vertex itself. So we'll see. Of course, everything about an age of miracles is speculative. We're talking about fanciful things that we hope might happen one day. We've seen in the past these kinds of things can happen. We don't know whether it'll work for Vertex and cystic fibrosis in this case, or really for any of the stocks in this 5-stock sampler.